For some reason, they just thought Broom wouldn't want to spectate the ferret game. They were wrong. Of course he does.
So we're playing on Fossil. Seems like this is a relatively small map, very aggressive. From my knowledge, it's last time I played this was during the previous meta when it was involved a lot of bot play because, and I think air is actually is surprisingly weak. Is well, not surprisingly, but just weaker on these smaller maps. And of course, with the recent stinger changes, you'll see that Stingers will be paired with their Fabs, and they'll provide a decent shield against early air raiding, preventing those snipes. So just
Hmm.
looking a bit at the field here, both players have gone for relatively standard, I believe, bot, air, bot. Both of them kind of mirror matching here. This is relatively standard. Seems like FerretCause is slightly ahead on the build. I wonder why that is.
Let's look for the idle comp from Ferret. I know he idled.
Let's take a look.
Where is it?
He didn't idle. It just seems to be that Ferret might have gone. I don't know. That just seems strange. I think this decision to go, well, both players going air on this map seems. I guess one air factory could be fine. Like, would you? I don't think you would go more than two air factories. What do you think about that, Broom? Like, you've played this, probably
Yeah,
played a bit more Fossil than me.
I don't think that 2 is good. Like you could go to like triple
Potential
bot
downside?
as well,
No? Okay.
or quadruple bot, and this is fine. It's a fabric snipe attempt from the effect. Kind of cleaned up by Ferret though. It's pretty pretty underwhelming.
I mean, what player from my like notice how like you typically expand on this map is you start your base and you sort of go right and you go left into your rear because that's where like your main metal deposits are. This central big plain temple area is not very easy to. Ooh, I'm Ferret's gonna get. He's gonna pick up both fabs there with a nice snipe using his bumblebees. I mean, it shouldn't really. I mean, it's just poor
Well, he's
placement. Oh,
so
good.
many less fighters, and yet he's
Oh,
able to get away with so much.
The ferret isn't even really protecting his fabs. Like, why? Okay, here's the thing about what I've noticed with lots of 1v1 players is they don't actually get that one bumblebee. Like, you have to make it so your opponent has to build AA. Otherwise, they just don't care. Like, fighters don't affect the actual battle that matters. You need at least one bump. You need at least one bumblebee. Don't have like this massive swarm of fighters with no ability to affect the real fight. And like you can see it now in the FerretCause getting out, probably control clicking out a bumblebee because he's like, why is Ferret getting all this? It looks like Ferret's got that got that firefly, so he sees the stingers before they even go in, but he's still getting value with that. And both players a bit not paying attention to their air.
that was a bad trade for the effect. He should not chase there. Ferret came
Oh
out
goodness
a
me!
little.
Ferret with all the
able
sparks
to-
just wiping up to
Oh,
affect the cause's army. But of course, the bumblebee comes in here now. Can the bumblebee ward off these
Oh.
sparks?
They're going to get a lot of damage in. Eh,
it
never
seems
mind.
as though they did not get warded off. The Fabbers died.
Hmm. Vehicle fabs coming out. I'm not. It seems like affect the cause. I should probably pull up the eco and army tabs. I need to get the combined eco and army tab mod. I'll get that for the next round, but. Let's see
Yeah.
here. The Ferret's got a really sizable lead on the economy right now. And like I think this game is already like Fossil's like an incredibly fast burning game. And I just hmm.
Yeah.
Like there's so much potential with this Bumblebee, but it isn't getting any of it. Like look at this Bumblebee and how many unprotected fabs! They're just
What
doing
is that air
nothing!
spread?
Oh please do something with their
Ferret's getting
fabs!
so much
Oh.
value with his air. In
Oh
effect,
my
even
god, he's
though
gonna get oh my god. Please. Oh my god! Please, dude! Oh, he got nothing out of that! You're joking.
Yeah. I'm going to point out
Oh!
that
And then
it's
it
Ferret's
is.
gonna
bad.
bomb him! And Ferret's gonna bomb him! Oh my goodness me. Please.
Some
It is
incredibly
theoretically okay
rusty.
to not have great aggression, but the effect the cause hasn't really been backing it up with fantastic macro. He had like 3 idle fabs in his side expansion for a while, and he's just not picking up the slack anywhere else where you could.
I just think that like with this kind of air usage, why build that many fighters if we're not even using them? And Ferret's just bombing him mercilessly, and those fighters are getting no value. Because
Yeah, they should.
now they're coming in to clean up.
Clean up the bumblebees. Ferret will chase them.
Finally used the
lose all
fighters
fighters.
effectively. Now he's gonna capitalize on this, but will he? Oh, the spinners just kill bombers.
Like this. I would just like to point out, like, the TheEffectCause needs like a radar or something. Like, at least Ferret has one on one of his expansions, but like, I need to see like how much the TheEffectCause can see. Like,
Yeah.
just
No radar, no
get a radar.
fireflies, no skitters.
He's also floating. He's floating in this state. Oh, that's really bad. 33 metal float.
Yeah.
He's floating a third of it. Like,
You know what happened? His fabs are all on the move. His commander needed to defend his base. He should stop floating in pretty short order. Soon. Nope, never mind. His fabs will die.
oh, he's still getting bombed. Like,
Ah, they're alive. He can do stuff with them. He can... Yeah. He can go suicide them into a turret.
But the important thing here, tier 2 is almost up for Ferret. Got
I don't think
giant Fabric lead, giant eco lead,
No,
factory lead,
it's just-
giant unit lead.
like the thing that like the lesson to learn from this game, in my opinion, is that if you're going to be like this game was won by air, in my opinion. Like the
Use
fact
what you have
the
effectively.
like the fact that they both went one air factory and then Ferret went like got a couple bumblebees and then the TheEffectCause got none. Like that's just
it's
wasted.
not just that he got none. It's that he got none and he was not able to deny the bumblebees with his fighter advantage, because he had a big fighter advantage for the start of the game.
Oh my god, is Ferret gonna bomb another 2 fabs?
Perhaps.
Oh gosh.
And GG's from the TheEffectCause.
That's game.
Yeah, that was a rough one.
That was a lot more one-sided than I expected. Because Ferret wasn't
I do
very
recall
confident.
Ferret was concerned about the TheEffectCause.
Yeah, that was a
Before the
lot
tournament.
more of a stomp than I
Like,
expected.
this is the thing. Like I see this from players like Bot One, from players like I don't see him.
I don't know.
Like
I'm gonna chalk it up to map advantage, to be honest. It's such a small map, and with these land blockers between your base and your bigger expansions, it can be hard to defend with land units. And then, in addition, with the no radar, like he was just, it's really hard to handle aggression like that on this map.
it does make me wince to see losing fabs. Like the point of consolidating your fabs is to make it easier to protect, but then you don't accompany it with like a stinger or a single spinner, and then like that just raises several questions. Like, why group up your fabs then? It just makes them more vulnerable. You're slowing down your expansion. You're also making them more vulnerable, because when you lose one, you lose all of them. Like, if you're going to group your fabs, you have to protect them. It's to make them easier to protect. So if that happens, you gotta put like a stinger and a spinner and a couple docks or strikers around them. But we saw like with both of these players, they just kind of let their fabs loose.
Well, that game was pretty quick, so you think we can slide into another game?
Yeah, let's go to another. Wanna watch?
Which one do you want to watch?
What about Germs versus Salt? This one will take a lot
Alright,
longer.
into a more sort of mid-tier game
Where is it?
after the
Trying to find it.
the top.
I can't see it.
It's called 1v1 on Fossil.
Okay, there we go. Alright.
See what this looks like here. Okay.
Let's take a look. Now, this is more of like a gameplay between some silvers, and this means that we might see some more mistakes, and there's more room to like learn. So let's quickly.
Not only more mistakes,
Major
but
difference here.
more tanks.
Tier 2 bots and no tier 2 from Salt. And the unit count is actually in Germs' favor too, so I think Germs is going to clean this up very quickly as long as he places cards right and
Their
boosts.
economy is exactly the same.
No. Look, Salta. Never mind, he lost the advantage. Oh, there's reclaim somewhere, isn't there? No. I'm crazy.
It's
Never mind.
very, it's ants, ducks. I split your dogs from your ants. I don't know why you would put like, I mean, I'm saying this. I haven't like gotten really hands-on with. I don't know why you would include your dogs with your ant compositions because they just kind of lose really badly. Of course, the slammers are now coming in. I mean, this is we're catching the tail end of a battle here. I don't think there's. I mean, does Salt know that Germs has this? Okay, he
No,
sees them now.
Salt has literally no intel on that side of the map. There we go. Now we know.
Knows. Yeah. There's like what I'd like to see now is that Salt should probably. That's a lot of T1. Wait, Salt built that much T1 and didn't win?
Salt has a lot of tanks as well. Is
He
something
built.
to keep in mind.
That's not the correct. I mean, I guess that is partially the correct react. Oh my God, wait. Okay, Germs can only Germs doesn't have enough power, but he's also spaghettiing in his army. Okay, this is like, don't know. Oh my God. Oh my goodness me. I don't. This army control here is making me very angry. What?
Yeah, Salt just walked into a massive concave there and is allowing Germs to correct his
If
mistake.
he literally did not move, Germs was going to spaghetti into a line of ants. Like that would have been. But
I mean, he's still sitting at a choke point, so it's not the worst. And his T2 is going up ridiculously fast with his stupid Fab Blob. So
I mean, even
I think the situation is correcting itself for every second Germs waits. Also, Germs has no radar, so his long range unit, so his Blue Hawks are just not.
I mean, Assault moves this
things.
army in, he's gonna lose
He does
it.
have a Gilly though.
Why? Don't move your army in. Don't do that. Oh my God. Well,
He's
oh.
distracting him, you fool.
Oh no,
Yeah.
he's luring him in. And
He
the
won't need these ants
oh.
when he has one slammer out of his factory.
Oh my God! Please. Okay, this is like flawed decision making. Like, I don't want to poke the bear there. That's like an army I would just hope sits as far away as possible.
Yep.
The PPs are very vulnerable.
Oh, this is game. There's
All of
nothing
the
he can
PPs
do.
Being massacred right now.
There's finally realized, wait, Salt has nothing.
I have to wonder if Salt would have benefited from building a pelter or two with his Fab Blob before finishing T2.
I think building the pelters. Okay, you get the T2 out. Like, if he built T2 vehicles, I could see it because I could see bad microed into levelers mop everything up. But slammers like just don't. I don't believe in the slammer in this case.
Yeah, slammers are. It's hard to turn things around with a slammer. I mean, it is a largely ant-based force, and that means slammers are pretty good.
Salt's power is just.
He's lost his
okay.
PPs.
I think there's
He's
no
lost his
recover.
PPs,
Not having
he's left.
power, no PPs is just game. Oh gosh, and Salt can almost certainly not able to like hold on to that.
That being said, I mean, his follow-up force isn't very intimidating, and Salt is running out of things to raid, and you know, I'm sure.
No, I think you're wrong because Salt is about to be raided, and
I'm trying to be an optimist here, okay? If he goes up the ramp and ignores the 4max, that's like.
I mean,
good.
like, there is a dream where he kind of just goes directly for the head. If he knew where the head was and snuck past, he could probably he might be able to kill the commander, but like he's not moving on that, and that's not gonna happen.
Yeah. Salt is sending Fabs in between their bases to build the most vulnerable mech he possibly can.
Not only that, but like I think this is like a lesson. Like even between like the previous game we saw, between Ferret and Tetsi, like a thing you gotta know is that intelligence is king. Getting a single radar, and like these players would just know so much more.
Salt has radar, he just has no PPs. They both have base star, actually.
They both have base star? Oh,
Yeah.
impressive. These guys
Not
are
only
all
base star, but
basically
look at
level.
the double expansion radar here.
Oh, that's
Beautiful.
very powerful.
Redundancy.
Redundancy.
If he gets raided, if he loses one, he's fine.
So true.
I don't know. The
Wha-
tempo slowing way the hell down is definitely playing the Salt's favor for whatever it's worth.
Why
I mean,
is it?
he's building
How
the
is he?
counterflow.
How is he able to like be allowed to recover from that? That is
He
maddening.
has nothing to respond to the butt army is the problem now.
That
Oh
is true.
yes, the tank fab
Levelers,
transition.
yeah, levelers are out for
Yeah,
turn 2. This is gonna be quite unfortunate for Salt.
I don't even
Salt
think he
has
didn't
decided
need
to
levelers.
go. Oh,
It
Salt.
didn't, but this is definitely gonna wash up Salt.
Oh, why are you
Yeah,
running
he's
away with that?
pretty screwed.
Oh, goodness me.
You don't
going
need
to
to
the
run
other
away
side of
when
the
you
field.
have
I
this
think
much
that's
of an
it.
advantage.
You don't
gotta-
want to fight in the mid.
He's gotta defend his base with that army. Oh,
Uber cannon.
Yep, the lag made you lose.
I mean, maybe it was really bad lag.
Maybe.
Maybe. Who knows?
Maybe it was the whole game.
I didn't realize he had excuses mod enabled by default. Ah, there we go.
There you go, Salt. There you go.
There we go. I
Well,
think
he's
like
living up to his name. Oh, he has the. He made the proxy PPs. I'm really sad he wasn't able to respond to the butt army quite as well as he.
I mean,
Maybe
he
could've-
he did demonstrate some good decision making there. I will say that much. The fact that he was able to recover his economy so quickly is actually his test. Standing like he has the grasp of the fundamentals of economy control, which is good. But like he needs to know, like for instance, don't go into a concave. Like get knowledge and like pick your fights correctly. Like here's the thing you can do with relatively inexperienced players is if you go around their army, they tend to come back for you rather than pushing the advantage.
Yeah. Vehicles, indeed. Salt is now giga dead.
Salt's busy.
I can no longer fantasize about the Salt sweep.
Hashtag salt sweep.
Yeah, he's really living up to his name.
Bill here is our resident team game player. Now, of course, I play mostly team games, but I have a little bit of 1v1 experience as well.
Choose landing
So,
site.
let's take a look at Spindle Range.
Okay.
I think I played on a map similar to this. I don't think I've actually played on precisely Spindle Range. I think I'm gonna have to follow you, Broom, for most of the map analysis. Just taking a look here, seems like it's rotationally symmetrical. So there's like 3 primary axes of attack because they have like the nice 3-mex expansions along these pathways that I would personally like to take. The metal fields are like where I would send my air fabs to get because they're a lot harder to defend.
Yeah, well, you've got 3 spawn locations, and they're all these metal spots. So one person goes here, here, they're here. The play usually is to have something immediately going for the metal nearby, the clusters of 4, and then you want something also expanding outwards. So it really depends on where your opponent spawns as well, too. Like if they spawn right across, it's a lot more rushy than it is if they spawn.
Nimzo, so it
inside.
looks like Nimzo going bot double air kind of makes sense. Grizzly has less aggressive plans set out here, just a bot air and a couple power, being a bit more reactive. Nimzo usually has a very set in stone kind of playstyle going for him. A lot of prefabs in his head. So we got double air into vehicle air. Lots of air on this map. That seems pretty decent on this map.
A
Plenty
lot of power too. Wow.
I think he's building that much power because he intends to get lots of fabs out. I would not be surprised if he decided to go for like an early 2-2 with that much power. Like
Yeah.
you'd be getting a lot of fabs with that much power.
The problem is Grizzly is going for. He's not very close to Nimzo. So
I mean,
the fast station could work. This could also support a lot of proxies. This much power.
I mean, with the latest meta changes, I think it's very possible. Oh, of course, this is unfortunate. They scout
I'm a net boy.
the scout
Oh, poor Nimzo.
Immediately
Round 2 with
scouted.
this.
immediately scouted the
Goes home, dejected. Wilted. Oh,
4 fabs. That's a bit of an
going home was a fake out.
He's got
Will
an
show us all.
he's got an aggressive start with 4. That's an aggressive expansion start with 4 fabricators. That's a lot. Using his air to defend.
Super paranoid defenses out of Grizzly. Will he be drawn away?
Oh, goodness me! That is.
Grizzly sees it.
Grizzly sees it. He's got the micro.
Oh, that spark almost.
Oh my god!
One fab.
One. The rushing out the single barrel confuses me. That's like a lot of metal too. Like just a drop on a desperate move.
I don't think that was necessary. He could have just retreated those fabs.
Just think of all the value that'll provide in the future of the game.
I kind of would like to see this.
Absolutely none. Not in that area.
I would like to see this radar that Nimzo built slightly further forward, because it isn't like. I think it doesn't cover enough strategic areas.
Yeah.
I think at the
you don't want to cover your base with a radar. You want to cover.
Like I think it's just at the third mech here forward. I think that would have been perfect to like just get a good look at.
He wants to see stuff happening over here. You know, if I'm being charitable, then that's what he's looking for. Because he doesn't want a huge amount of space for him.
Oh, he got all 3 fabs! Nimzo just sniped all 3 fabs! Oh my goodness me. That's so devastating. Grizzly's got to get some extreme value with that air fab. And I think it's like, this is the thing. With the new Stinger changes, I didn't believe it, but apparently the new Stinger is actually quite good. And with that change, if you're going like, but like that Stinger didn't prevent like the bomber from just wiping everything. Maybe 2 Stinger
is an active defense. Like you don't just chill next to your fabs and hope it works. You still need to split your fabs, and you especially need to split your Stinger out for it to get value, and that just didn't happen. So sadness.
What makes Stingers so good is not their stats. They move fast, so you can raid with them, which is great. But they're just so spammable because they come from a bot factory and everything is cheap from a bot factory.
They're fast.
They're
also have a small hitbox.
They're so tiny.
As we can see, like Nimzo did actually is going for that early T2. I think he's gonna go for probably. Oh goodness me! This is like the thing. I don't have enough AP. Well, I guess I have enough APM. I just don't have the energy to do it. To do that much.
He should be incredibly ready for this. He shouldn't take more than 1 fab loss, but the air fab will be super scouted and will not be long for this world after this.
There we go. He gets what do you get?
1 doc's down. So
I guess that's a lot of APM. I guess I don't know.
He'll live.
So we get some Trico going. Oh goodness me, that I would personally trade all my air in for that. I deny my opponent's air when I get the chance. I don't like understand. I don't know, Broom. What do you think of like just letting air blobs live? Like to me, if I see air, I want to trade into it, even if it means I'll take a fast. So take a fast. I think you should have chased and just wipe out the air. Like, he keep the bombers in the back, wipe out the enemy air, and then just go to town. Like,
Grizzly was running away, and when someone's running away with air, you never chase because when you chase someone's air, like I guess you could pick up the bombers because they'll go in the back.
In my opinion, to me, like what I see is like I prefer to get to seek it even further. Like I see value in denying the opponent even the opportunity to have air. Even if it means taking a worse trade, but that's just because I'm a bit strange in that regard. No bombers for Grizzly. Grizzly didn't get the fab there.
The problem with that though is he won't even kill all those air because the trade will be so bad.
I guess
with this much air, yeah, you could trade with double the air if you're running away and they're chasing you. It's really
I guess that could be true. Just looking at this, Grizzly is actually keeping up an economy, which is very impressive. This air fab is getting a lot of value despite being scouted. Like Nimzo
Yeah,
should be.
That's
kind of
Oh,
shocking.
and the no anti-air in this army means that's not going to get any value. So
17 Fabbers to 12, 18 now from Grizzly. Grizzly's just spamming like crazy.
Nimzo's like falling a
Good
bit
job.
behind on the he needs Nimzo was floating just a tiny bit there. This is the thing. Get like if you're like unless you're like these guys, you're usually gonna float a lot, and it's recommended that you get well I recommend that players get at least one metal storage, like roughly at this phase in the game, just to make sure you don't get that. The lack of anti-air here is just really hurting both of these players, and like Grizzly
There
gonna
was a spinner there. He scraped up the bombers.
uh, Grizzly's gonna get 2
Spinner
fab
takes
snipes
up the
here.
airfield. No.
Even beforehand, you could get a metal sword. Honestly, they're really strong. They're not very
Grizzly
expensive.
is floating 60 metal here. That's roughly a fourth of his entire economy is going in the bin here. Oh, Locust coming out from.
Probably because his commander's idle. Yeah, the Locust could be extremely dangerous.
Yeah, there's not very much stuff in the base to stop them from getting
Oh, he's
value.
got a Vanguard drop.
You think he's gonna Vanguard drop?
Well, he's
Look at
building
all
T2
his-
tanks.
look at
He's
his
got
Pelican.
Pelicans waiting on standby. I
Oh,
mean,
that could be pretty
now what
devastating.
could it be?
Oh man, I really hope this works. I really hope this works for Grizzly.
Grizzly's
I
getting
mean,
it.
there's literally nothing to stop Locust from just destroying that factory. So he better.
Oh,
better
that
do
air! That air! That air control is not. Oh, he's gonna lose all his
Oh, the
bumblebees.
bummer.
one spinner.
Ah, there were 2
Oh,
spinners in there
For the
initially.
Vanguards.
There you go.
There's
Oh,
one
boy.
spinner left.
The new Chad guard
Yeah.
is quite good and has like
Yeah.
it has the same DPS as before, but like the important thing is it fires faster. So units that that already overkilled will now get overkilled less. So that's like a bit. It's actually particularly noticeable with that. Where are the locusts? Did they get
And
killed?
that range buff.
Oh, here we go. There's the
Oh.
locusts. Oh, he runs into a docks. Let's take a look and see let's see if we can get any value. They've been scouted in
He
theory.
needs to get like 3 mechs, and they have acquired value. So
Oh, the turret. Oh, oh.
Nope, the turret
killed
goes
it.
down. The bombers are coming to respond.
And we're gonna watch Locust just meme on bombers real quick. And
So
There we go.
looks like Nimzo is actually getting a bunch of value here with his army pushes, while Grizzly's distracted by the locusts.
yep.
Not taking out a couple proxies and expansions. There's like
I am looking at Nimzo's base right now, and I'm looking at those vanguards. I'm looking at the base and the vanguards. I mean, if you get at the right angle and the Blue Hawks can't get back in time, there's only one Blue Hawk actually. Nimzo's moving out with his T2 bots. The incredibly suspicious scout from Grizzly going out to see what he can see.
all right,
He
he's got
just needs
three.
to distract the air and then
Vehicles
go
stuff
in.
from
He's
Nimzo.
got three. He's got
Or,
3 vanguards.
Don't
Oh.
distract the air and go in with everything. That works too.
Oh my goodness
Uh,
me.
This
This
should
is-
not work.
This is.
Thomas.
Oh my God!
Oh, my
Oh
gosh.
please! Oh!
Nimzo is incredibly
Oh
dead.
boy, the Vanguards are out.
He's so dead.
Oh, Grizzly.
Oh, that is.
Grizzly.
No.
Oh no.
There's one slammer nearby.
Panic
There's
reaction
another
from
little
Nimzo.
bit.
We
Everything
gotta.
even the
Oh
Fabbers
no!
is sent
There's
over.
so many.
Oh,
Hold the
no.
lines get drawn out.
Oh no.
Oh, the interdiction.
Commander.
Vanguards are getting a little bit stuck. Can they do it?
Oh
Let's see if
my
they can
God,
do it.
he's dead. He's so dead. That's Gabe.
Outstanding moves from Grizzly. Losing on every front. Builds.
And
Vanguard.
then cheese.
It's
Dang.
I didn't think that would. I mean, there's no excuse. There's no excuse to let that happen. I think snipes should never. That shouldn't have been allowed to happen. Just build a couple Galatas, and that wouldn't have happened. Like
he landed pretty far away. I
well,
don't know.
no, I mean just putting it throughout the territory you control. Like Galatas are cheap. Like that's how I play
Yeah.
to prevent drops, and they usually do. And I usually get wormed though, but that's.
In this
That-
level of game, you can't really. I don't think you can spend the metal on Galata.
I
very
mean,
much.
Grizzly himself floated at least several thousand metal. You can build Galata.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think
Oh,
it's.
That being said, I mean, a big part of the reason he was floating metal is because he was crashing energy. So
Yeah. He couldn't even use all his fabbers.
yeah.
Alright, let's see what... That was a great game, though.
That was pretty interesting to watch.
I always love to see a Vanguard snipe called actually work instead of just fizzling out.
That was goodness
Because he
me.
was incredibly dead if the Vanguard snipe didn't work. He kind of invested everything in that, and Nimzo had both T2s and a T1 advantage, and a map control advantage, and a metal advantage, and a power advantage. So
Everything.
Yeah. That's kind of, I mean, the fact that Nimzo wasn't ticked off by the like the random, like, seeing a scout should put your mind in like, I'm at death's door right now. They don't get like, you're getting scouted is tantamount to the attack happening.
incredibly suspicious scout rolling up should always make you
Yeah.
worry a little. These boys.
Lots of diversity here, both going naval first. A bit of a surprise, to be honest. I would have thought they would be bot.
Naval air versus just naval. I guess Grizzly's going to assist something out of the factory right away.
I think that's
I hope.
that's a bit too much power. I don't think you need
Nope.
that much
He
power.
just didn't queue anything up. Alright, my man.
Grizzly's
such a relatable player at these games.
Grizzly lives life on the edge. That's not enough power. You can't do that, Grizzly.
Doesn't queue things up, mismanages his power, gets his fabs sniped, still wins.
You can't do that. Oh my God, he's gonna run out of power so badly.
He's
Like,
got the 1 PP plan.
Yeah, he is going 1 fabber, though. So...
oh, that
Power
is
metal?
His commander's getting the 2nd medal, so his fab can be on its merry way faster.
Yeah, I guess that
both
makes
players
sense.
are getting a bit of piranhas.
That being said, I mean, Nick is just has more fabs and is gonna have more metal. So... and more PP.
What are
Grizzly's just idling with a fab and a com?
Why?
Okay.
I don't
After my own card?
I don't understand. I don't understand. I mean, there's always
He's thinking.
I think the
He's thinking how he's gonna beat
I think the
Nick.
piranhas can just get some funny moments. Like the piranhas are just largely luck based. Oh my God!
That's
Oh,
Yeah.
the amount of
This
8 p.m.
is what the people want.
This is.
Zoom in on this Piranha micro.
I am watching the piranha micro. That's what people like to see. This is the issue I think with the submarines coming out. Like, it's not gonna get any value. You're not gonna be able to protect your fabs, mate. Oh no.
Subs coming out.
His commander has been. Oh, his commander's just been
man.
assisting. He's just been
I
assisting.
don't see these subs working at all.
They can kill mechs, I guess. I don't know what that's for. Does he not know piranhas are water hover?
Yeah, he better micro this like a god. And he
Oh no!
No,
he got
Oh!
2 for 1. Wow, I just watched you
man.
in. Well played to Grizzly.
Well played. Well
Icarus
played.
coming in for a disgusting fab snipe. His poor fab.
You mean he has? Is he gonna? Oh, goodness me. Just go. Oh, this is such like a.
Excellent commentary, my boy.
I'm sorry. It's just so stressful. I'm just watching this.
Somehow the ecos are even, despite Grizzly's everything.
This is such.
Or at least the metal is even, but the power is not.
How is? Oh no! The piranhas arrive.
Well, Grizzly is now floating. Okay, he stopped.
Man,
Oh,
so
man.
many.
Oh my
Oh,
God! Oh, that is some pretty high level. Like oh no!
That was crazy.
that
I
was-
was really rooting for that Faber.
That fab did put up those walls. Now I don't know what Grizzly's plan is here. It's just kind of making me nervous. Like the fact that
Grizzly's subs
I
seem
feel
to
like
be-
the piranhas just make me so like unhappy with the way they work. There just seem to be these derpy little fights. People like, just hit him, hit him, hit him. Come on, please. I need you to hit him. And then
Those you freaking Star Wars movies with their
Yeah.
accuracy.
it just
The
makes me.
fab that went out to start building that factory in the middle of the lake again has no AA. And Nick moved all his fighters away from his Icarus, so it doesn't matter. Excellent.
The
Okay.
metal flow from Grizzly.
This game is
Yeah,
stressing me
Grizzly's
out.
hitting us with the periodic metal float. It's it's because he's relying on his commander assist to spend his metal, which is he using Icarus to generate power right now? Or to rig?
Oh, please don't lose your Icarus. Oh,
Ouch.
oh my God. It hurts this. I don't get it. Oh my God, is he gonna get a fab snipe? Please don't.
He's got a metal lead, so I mean, come on.
What
Look at
is
him go.
this? This is such a.
It's the air fab is just going ham and somehow not being sniped ever.
I mean, this has happened like 2 games in a
Yep.
row, and he's gonna
The
taser.
random air fab that
That
people
was
just
nice.
Oh,
Pretty
tasered.
nice.
Freaking tasered. Nick is just not getting. This game is stressing me out because I don't
Nick's
know what's
get
gonna.
another nibble. No, it turns around
Nibble
this
from
time.
Nick.
Grizzly's a learning machine.
Oh my God! They both just micro their stupid piranhas. It's making me upset.
This is what the people want. Give the people what they want, Taiga.
No, it's so
Piranha
looks so dumb.
We
Please.
got 5 piranhas
This game is
closing in
literally
on
like-
one narwhal.
I've
Yeah, this
seen.
game is shockingly close.
I don't think so. I don't think so. The moment that T2
I'm-
Naval finishes, the game is over.
Grizzly has a very big unit lead.
Oh my
Yeah.
God! The amount of rating he's getting with those piranhas. Oh.
Look at the Icarus go.
Grizzly needs to pull something out of the bag against his T2 naval though, because that's gonna really
The
hurt.
flow. The
Well,
flow.
he's pulling some major float out. That'll show him. I'll show you all.
3 piranhas versus a narwhal. Oh.
No, they choose to shoot.
And they did. I think they could have won that though, even without micro against
Yeah, maybe.
narwhal.
But what's the point? I agree with shooting at the mechs, to be honest. I don't really see an immense amount of value in dueling.
He didn't. He didn't.
Narwhal.
Oh my God! Please. Oh, what? Oh, what? Grizzly's shooting the T2 factory. Oh goodness
I'm not
me.
gonna lose all the Icarus.
Oh what?
I believe he was intentionally using the Icarus to make up for a fighter deficit that he thinks he had, but he had equal fighters. So that happened. Nick just raided the hell out of Grizzly's 4MX near his base, so Grizzly doesn't have a metal lead for the time being, but I'm sure he'll fix that pretty quick.
This
The
is
Typhoon is happening.
not Typhoon.
Is the
Ah.
Typhoon?
No, I don't think that's the right
Good.
decision at all. There's enough air on the
It's-
map to make it not valid, in my opinion.
Not only that, but you know, I hate to be the. I always criticize like Marshall for being like, you can't get a Typhoon when you have no money. You need lots of money. You don't need lots of money, but you need positive amounts of money. You can't have negative money and build a Typhoon. That's not. It doesn't work. And Nick indeed has negative money, so we'll see how that goes. And of course, like you said, the air is extremely relevant.
I feel like this is
think
why this is
air- Nick can use the Typhoon to win the air
this
because
is just an
all
alien
he has to do
game
is
to
take
me.
he just needs to take a trade over the air.
Why
Yes, he doesn't
build
have any narwhals.
submarines when you can build a narwhal to keep the submarines at bay?
Narwhals are worse in general.
I don't get it.
There's just a submarine underneath 1,000 water hover units in Grizzly's base. It looks great. Yeah, Grizzly sure seems pretty dead though. Like, even if the Typhoon isn't the primo ideal choice, it'll get the job done. I mean, Grizzly's not answering it in any way.
Yeah, Nick's now catching up a lot, and so he's actually way ahead.
The one narwhal he did build, Nick did build, it got a bunch of value there. It's still getting value. I don't know. This game feels so strange to me. Why are people building so many piranhas these days?
I am not sure, to be honest. Well, they got one.
Piranhas
No.
are a very good choice these days.
That's where I guess we differ. Broom. I'm personally a narwhal enjoyer.
I mean, I'm looking at all the value Nick's getting, and like the majority of it comes from his subs
These
on the
destroyers,
offense. But on the defense,
these orcas will
is,
get no value because there's a single submarine. That is so sad. T2, oh my god, you predicted it, Bill. Take a look at Grizzly's building.
T2 bots, baby.
It's gonna happen. I hope it happens.
I mean, it's such an uncomfortable place to be building that. There's no defense from any land stuff, and it's like it'll take a while for naval to reach there, but it's not impossible. Oof.
Is Grizzly trying to get a colonel?
I mean, that's what I think he's trying to do. But I don't think there's like I think Nick can just push in with his navy and win, but like he's not for some reason.
Nick's almost finished a Leviathan too, and he has a Kraken in addition to his
being overly
Typhoon.
cautious.
There's not much.
I see this.
He is once again losing all his metal to a single Barracuda.
He's still trying to build the metal with the Barracuda there. Why so much piranha?
Yeah, Grizzly making piranhas here is a bad choice. Like, piranhas are good for early to like early mid game, and after that, you just want
Oh, the bumblebees! No.
maybe narwhals too.
Oh, he's gonna.
Okay.
This push for Nick is going to be real brutal on that commander.
I think he's. I personally think Grizzly's dead. I don't think there's anything he can do against that push.
Yeah.
Sure does seem dead.
If he had like 8 billion bombers, maybe he could get rid of the narwhals. But like, no.
There's 3 narwhals there. I don't. That's a lot of bumblebees.
3 narwhals plus a typhoon. That's gonna be really hard to get rid of.
Yeah, it looks like Grizzly just couldn't handle one Barracuda.
Kind of just wondering why Nick isn't like doing some more active scouting.
Oh, these orcas are gonna get wrecked.
I guess. The T2 has been scouted by land forces. So, I mean, he's gonna need to... I don't know. I don't think there's a win condition anymore. Slammers. Well, the Slammers are very bad against the Typhoon. But very good against the Kraken, so... And he's losing all his PPs. He has like half the metal Nick does. Yeah.
I mean, I think he's just too much piranhas. I think people believe in piranhas too much. Because I don't.
Piranhas are a very good choice. And
he's going for a palm push
early to mid.
He's going for a slammer palm push.
Yeah.
Which, you know, that's, well, I guess, the best thing he could be doing right now with his slammers and his comm, which is all he has.
I think he could maybe.
I mean, I'd love to see one Locust just roll up and try.
And it's just countered everything Grizzly dreamed for.
Don't be like that. All Grizzly has to do is build a lob over here with his commander.
All those battleships.
Leviathan.
Leviathan is a...
Oof. Oh no. Yeah, this was not Grizzly's game.
And the submarines. Yeah, this is.
The Slammers sure do suck when they don't have vision. Oh, he can do it. The Mega Uber Cannon. Let's go. Oh, he has no power, right? Never mind.
Ooh!
Yeah.
Boom!
Loop the loop in the code. Come on.
And it just disintegrated. Oh, and there it goes. Oh wow! Look at
That
that.
it actually hit something. That's great.
Indeed.
Wow, what a game. That was.
That was, I don't know, that was kind of boring actually. Yawn, a little bit. Ah, goodness me, I don't know. Piranha's okay.
The issue with it, you don't want to get him early game because you can't. No, sorry, you want to get him early game because the player can't get the normal numbers up early game to defend against piranhas effectively. Towards the later stages of the game, you can mix in more narwhals, subs, and orcas. Not even that many orcas, just like a couple. But early through the early mid game, it's like a lot of piranhas and then a lot of subs. So you need the Faber snipes, and you also need the subs to sneak under them as well.
Despite these games progressing rather quickly, I kind of feel like I'm still having trouble constantly filling the air. Dreadnought versus Bilal. What do I think about Dreadnought and Bilal's player characteristics?
I think they're very. I'm not sure who's gonna win. I'm betting on Dreadnought.
I would also put my money on Dreadnought in this case. I think Dreadnought just has that better technique and the better micro, but I feel like Bilal likes to have a strategy and execute on that strategy. For example, during a previous meta, all he would do is try to execute on the Icarus strategy, which involved the Icarus not being auto-targeted by anti-air weapons.
One of my favorite metas.
Yeah, it was so fun. And Bilal will
Um,
find a specific strategy and execute on that, and try to, as his best, to execute on it. I think Dreadnought is more of an amorphous. Will try to do everything. I think like there's potential here for Bilal if Bilal could roll very high against Dreadnought, and I've only ever seen like Dreadnought kind of. I mean, no, he
Oh,
on tempo, I think Dreadnought has a relatively poor reputation in my mind because tempo seems to be a map that has many different things. You have many different hands to put yourself in. I think Dreadnought has less good like camera control, but which could lead to him not like paying attention to all those fronts. You have a naval front, you have two different land fronts, you have a multi-planet, and you have which just can have so many different things you need to pay attention to. But that being said, his superior micro technique could carry the day. Like that's my thoughts.
I
yeah,
think the game should start.
Yeah, I also
Dreadnought. Me too. Dreadnought's a very calculated player, and he's very set in his ways of how things work. For example, he thinks that ants are OP and will not build very many docks, despite him getting rolled over and over by the same strat docks.
There we go.
So he's a very conventional player, Dreadnought.
I would agree. He doesn't he doesn't go
Choose
the
start
all
point.
his definition of memeing is building air fabs, which is a not a particularly big meme, especially since I will do air fabs against an Uber player.
It's
You
a
will do
strong
air fabs.
threat. Yeah.
Air fabs are good. Air fabs have always been quite good. So I don't think he's going off the beaten path. His most notable characteristic is if he thinks he's winning, he'll probably try to do a Inferno drop, I think. If he thinks he's
I'll
winning.
just do that anyway.
Yeah, like it's that's the biggest characteristic I'd look out. I think we'll see. So there's three different choices here. Like we've got three different choices. You got the naval back spawn. You got close and you got side. So
Mm.
they all have like benefits and drawbacks. Let's take a look how it goes. So one has chosen close. That is Bilal has chosen the close spawn and Dreadnought has taken the side spawn.
Immediately hate Dreadnought's spawn. I feel like the side spawn is just the weakest. I mean, feel free to correct me, but every time I see this map played, the side spawn guy just gets no medal.
It's true. It
Like,
has.
sure, your base is defended, but like, what? Are you afraid of your 6,000 HP factories being shot? Like, your base is fine. You don't need mountains to defend your base. You need metal to build your base.
It's true.
And that's
The close and the back spawn both have more like are more catered to specific play. Like if you pick the back spawn, you get access to all that naval metal easily, and if you click the close spawn, you have better expansion to the areas nearby, and you're in a more aggressive posture in general. But I've seen Dreadnought spawn side spawn basically pretty much every time I've seen him play this map. Like, wouldn't you agree? Didn't he play with you on side spawn when you played this during the Icarus Invitational, Broom?
Mm.
I do remember that game. That game was incredibly weird because
We split.
bot spawned on the front spawn, built a bunch of Legion tanks, and then didn't do anything with them. So I'm not gonna draw any serious conclusions from that game.
So they're both going bot air.
Yeah,
Belal's
pretty
going
much
bot air
neither.
air. I think double air here.
The
I don't know.
only interesting thing I'm seeing is that one Dreadnought has Trico queued, and Balal doesn't. Dreadnought has Orbital queued. Balal doesn't. So
I feel like okay, so if you're gonna go orbital on this map, you just got every time I've seen Dreadnought do orbital, like it's not really paid off for him. To me, what I think he should be trying to do is avoid drawing attention to the fact he's gonna send a fab and scoop up all the 20 delicious metal here. Just if you avoid drawing attention to that, like a lot of people will tunnel vision and like think I can't deal with that. It takes too much time to build a orbital launcher and send an Avenger. But it's just worth it to get rid of that because with the fact that orbital fabs can build metal means if you get one fab here, you can scoop up 140 metal production easy if the enemy doesn't try to counter you. I don't think one stinger is enough to stop this, and I think okay, Bilal's gonna scout this, and he's gonna go for it. Let's see if he gets any fabs.
Oh my god, everything there.
Oh my god,
Dreadnought's,
Dreadnought's gonna rage going! No, below, please! Oh!
Oh, that macro's unable. But the boosting
Grizzlies
is paying off for a bit low.
That is devastating. That is
Yeah,
really fucking devastating.
Smart play boosting that bomber out to get the Faber snipe.
Oh my god, that's disgusting.
And massive army lead for below. Holy crap. Look at that. 20 to 10.
He's gonna. Oh my god, he might get in. Oh, okay.
No, it's not happening.
Ah.
Dreadnought is officially on top of protecting his fabs. His one fab is being watched. Dreadnought's got a
Why Pelican?
Pelican out to drop his one and only land army unit, maybe. Yep.
He's gonna. He's. You know he has a docks in the rear. It's okay.
You're right. I was wrong. I was a fool.
It's true. You didn't. Okay, but like, what is happening? Oh my god! I can't. I don't.
I mean, what's happening is Balal has. Well, they both have double.
What?
Balal's going for the triple air now. He's feeling it. He's going. He has another air factory queued. He's gonna have penta air. No, quad air.
Naval coming up for Balal.
Oh, please control your air better, dude. Oh no! No! I don't like that. He's getting naval in as well. No naval. He's getting the land. Oh my god! Dreadnought's getting raided on the land too. He's building mines, but like, that's not.
The mines aren't gonna undestroy that mechs when they kill the units coming for him. It's very dead. Yeah, this game is
Bilal's floating a bit though. It's not over yet. Like I definitely think Dreadnought can still win. But like Bilal needs to turn. Okay, so his Piranha factory's active. Get those 3 fabs in the back working. So don't idle your fabs. Get them moving. Oh my god. Please get them working. What is Bilal's micro going into? Oh, he's microing air. This is the issue. Like you. Okay.
I mean, I think Bilal's doing just fine for himself. Okay.
I don't like losing I don't like seeing people potentially throw their advantage away. That's what I'm saying. It's very okay. So he's gonna build more power. I mean, look at that power difference. Yeah, that makes sense. He needs power. He's getting some narwhals up. That's a man after my own heart. Narwhals are very, very good. Based unit. Air fab. Airfab from Dreadnought going for the naval mechs.
Yeah.
Not gonna
Maybe
get much.
turn this thing around if it doesn't get scouted by random bumblebee in the middle of the ocean.
Oh my
Random
god.
bumblebee does not see it yet. Ooh, that's a really awkward location for that thing to be in. He sees it with the random bumblebee. So sad. But did he see it with his eyeballs? Maybe not.
Bilal's
Planetary
at
Island.
Bilal.
Oh, fighters en route. Yeah, he saw
Bilal.
it. His eyeballs.
I don't think.
Detective
I don't know. I don't think he's going for it. I really don't. I think he's going for the airfab
Oh,
under the
you
Galata.
think he was just selecting all his air and moving around?
Man, that bomber control is so strange. He's gonna go.
Now it's dead.
Uh,
Airfab down.
Bilal is honestly. Please, dude, you've
Good not
got.
turning around.
Yes,
Yeah.
I'm telling you, this is what I expected to happen. You can't rely on air to give you a sustainable advantage. It's not a sustainable advantage.
Well, it's not if it's just in the middle of the ocean, but
You gotta do something with the bread and butter of this game is land, and if you don't build land units, you're not going to win.
yeah, he stopped building the quad air. He's going orbital to get the juicy 20 mechs. Dreadnought's orbital is coming up real soon, actually. Coincidentally, he's at the end of his commander queue.
That's a long queue, in my opinion. I think that's a bit too long. This weird air battle here. Oh, oh!
Dreadnought has decided that he really wanted to kill those bombers at the expense of his entire air force. Was it worth it? Probably. Like, I don't know.
Oh, okay. Now Bilal's rating is coming in. Look at that. He's gonna scoop up 2 fabs. Probably deny the radar, and those piranhas could be doing more. He's got docks in Dreadnought's butt. I feel like this is like a thing about camera. Why Astreus?
He's gonna drop a fab, so the I don't know. Multiple Astreus. What?
I just hope that keeps building. How many think he's gonna get? He's gonna got continuous build going.
I mean,
No, he control
the
clicked
thing
them.
with Astreus is that Avengers can't shoot them down. So if you assume your opponent is going to be active on the other planet, then it kind of makes sense.
T2 air.
Well, I don't think it's terrible, actually.
I'm.
He is,
This is not a map for T2 air. I think it's T2 land or T2 naval.
the
You
map
take your pick.
is very thick. Is one reason T2 Air is good.
But like I've never seen it get like proper value on this map. Like we've seen it time and time again. People build this.
Oh.
Yeah, but
Dreadnought
that's before
has
the
a
balance
teleporter
where
done.
Hornets are
Orbital
insane.
fab almost done. Sorry, Broom, what was that?
That T2 didn't get value, but that was before Hornets were this good. Now Hornets are very, very good.
I guess that's fair, but I
And
don't.
Horseflies are great too.
Yeah, and also, I mean, consider the stinger usage from Dreadnought. Like, look at his army count. He's got like 1 spinner and some stingers to defend his air. Like, if there's a Kestrel, the stingers aren't dodging nothing. The Kestrels are just going to kill everything. Like, there's actually a lot of potential value in this particular game from T2 Air, especially because neither side is like carrying.
Both sides have gotten on orbital, and neither of them are controlling. Dreadnought jump. Did Dreadnought just jump his? No, he didn't jump his fab back. I was about to be. I don't know where these players' APMs are going. They have respectable APM, but it's not on show. Not being shown right now.
Well, Bilal started doing. He started building the teleporter on the other planet. Dreadnought has not. He just twitched. No. Okay. I'll check back on the moon in a bit to see if.
I feel like what's so strange is watching like Dreadnought just have units in Bilal's butt and not doing anything. And then the lobs, like, lobs. No, lob, please, no
Yeah,
lob.
I do not approve of lobs. My stance on lobs is that they cost way too much and don't do that much. In this case, I mean, he needs a lot. He needs a lot of land units pronto. So, does he need docks pronto? Probably not, but he needs land units. So, not the worst.
All right,
Yeah,
has
he can
Dreadnought
move them.
Dreadnought got his teleporter up? Is building building an anchor.
And Dreadnought's gonna have a secure hold. I don't think Bilal has a teleporter on the main planet to send stuff through. So it's just kind of an 800 metal paperweight on the moon right now.
I
Did
think
he queue it up, or like his fabs and stuff are idle next to the T2 factory? I assumed they were gonna go for a teleporter at some.
So okay, that's a weird choice. T2 bots against the T2 air, scouted T2 air.
that's fine.
Oh.
You can go Colonel. Colonels are very good against air, and you can also go Gillies for the Hornet.
I guess that's fair. That's
I
fair.
approve.
That's a huge amount of naval. What the goodness me? That's a lot of naval.
T2 naval, anyone?
No, like
Bilal
Bilal's got
Bilal has 3 naval factories.
four
pumping out
four
Yeah,
naval
they could've
factories.
been-
4 naval factories pumping out units.
Those could have
Not-
been T2 naval.
Doing much. Well, never mind. The Dreadnought is hovering his air over multiple.
Oh my
no.
gosh! Whoa! No, keep going! Keep going! Keep going!
Retreating!
Please keep going! Oh my
Keep killing
gosh!
his air. Stop!
So that was
Stop
bad.
being a dummy. Holy shit.
Dreadnought is yet to connect his teleporter. Neither player has connected a teleporter on the main planet. Dreadnought just did. Dreadnought is sending stuff through.
Was he gonna do anything with
A
it?
smattering of T1 units and another fab. No one really cares about the second planet.
It's a formality. I feel like, oh god, it's so. Like, look at this. I think this is the issue here. Like, this is gonna wipe out so
Yeah,
much.
it's really weird that the air wasn't paying attention to that until now. 2 Kestrels, though. Is 2 Kestrels enough to deal with
No, it isn't.
1 spinner? It's
I
1
mean-
spinner.
I mean,
Not
yes.
something like that. Yo. Okay,
Oh.
Okay.
that could have
He's
been
got
so
it.
bad.
Okay, but like the
Like this huge minefield from Dreadnought here. You know, mines, fun fact, they're not free. They do cost some metal.
this game.
Yeah. And the Kestrels they're working real hard on that. That's a lot of lobs. Why? That's so many lobs. That could be. He has 7 lobs. They cost 1,200 metal each. T2 is a T2 factory 4,800.
Yes, it is.
So he could have like 2 extra T2 factories instead of.
Oh my god! I think Bilal's sending his comm through the teleporter. Or
He's a
plans
brave
to.
man.
Tried to, but that power crash. That's why he was getting the lobs, because he has no power. The power's gonna really keep him from getting anywhere, though.
Game. Oh my god.
Dreadnought has
Oh! Please.
Dreadnought saw the air, he clicked the spinner button, and the spinners came out.
My goodness, Dreadnought is building so many fighters that do nothing. Those fighters are not going to get any value this game.
The naval force is finally moving out from Bilal. It's going to make contact in drips and drabs, though, so the torpedo-heavy army of Dreadnought is going to get some ridiculous trades before the full force arrives.
Bilal has
Unless
this air that isn't. This game is so weird. Like, they need to be doing something more than this.
Dreadnought officially owns the moon, which is horrible for Bilal. He doesn't seem too miffed about it, though. Gotta be real, he probably could have saved a lot of...
Oh, this air control from okay. Going T2 air officially locks your gaze onto that air. Like, it should basically be operating as your mobile cursor. What in the... Oh!
That was the worst
That's game.
possible-
That's actually game.
That,
That was game.
that basically was the end of the game for Bilal. That was his
That's
end of
game.
any of his ability to do anything. You know what was really the end of his ability to do anything?
he's
It's
getting
building
this.
7 lobs.
I don't think the lobs were the end. The lobs
No, what do
they
you
weren't
do?
that bad.
He has 150 docks. He has 150 docks. and
That
7 lobs. That's so much metal, and none of them will do anything because his opponent has a bunch of ants and slammers.
Nah, he can do stuff with them.
Like, well, he certainly doesn't seem to be doing much.
You just gotta position them. They're both using the units terribly.
The docks are killing peepees in the back of Dreadnought's base. Dreadnought is going Storm first. I mean, that's not ridiculous. Because he probably queued that up a while ago. It looks so weird to me seeing a pro player drop a Storm first out of their factory.
T2 Fab first, but Dreadnought hasn't. No, Dreadnought has a T2 Fab. This game's over. That T2 Fab is gonna get so much more value than.
Malal is very dead. It would be. He's got T2 Naval cooking slowly, but he's crashing the hell out of his eco with these 7 lobs. He's building another one. He has no metal because he has not been re-expanding anything but his lob count.
This is just
lob. He's just lob man right now. His entire eco is lobs. Is being put into lobs. His teleporter is connected onto the other planet. He's gonna try and. I mean, it's good. Send some of your 150 dogs through. Oh wait, they're all dead. Never mind. Don't.
Dreadnought just doesn't know he can push this entire this full army that's just sitting there. Like, it just seems like they're both like just not paying attention. They've lost track of where their armies are and not directing them to do work.
Bilal has right-clicked the teleporter. He's sending the boys in. The Stitches too. He doesn't need reclaim where he's going. Oh, power crash. Never mind.
Oh, goodness me.
Yeah, Bilal.
That was a bit of a throw.
Well, look at the docks. Look at the docks on the T2 tank factory. Look how screwed Dreadnought is here. The naval advantage might turn into something. He actually has a reasonable amount of mechs in the water right now. And it sure would be cool if he had units that weren't docks to defend against this giant ant slammer army.
Yeah, might just kill him here.
Oh shit! I make the brackets for the finals.
I mean, he can uber cannon this and like be fine, but if the army just avoids the comp, they can kill a lot of.
That's
lobs.
a lot of infernos. Look at freaking Bilal's composition is like so many infernos.
His comm is moving to the other planet. Yeah.
Why extend this game? Oh, what is his plan?
Well, the 8th lob is just finishing, so I think that'll about do it for his plan. Now that 8 lobs are done. Nope, never mind. He no longer has 8 lobs. What can he hope to do?
That was an incredible throw on
He's
not even an incredible throw. That was just a throw. Not very incredible. Dreadnought played correctly.
yeah.
Bilal did nothing. Like, that's the big thing. Like, Bilal had a very
built factories.
That's true.
Bilal built
The big
lobs.
turning point of this game was the reclaim, to be honest, and then the proxies were really big.
I think that's true. I think we should say that he like 8 lobs is a bit much. You can get like 2. Maybe I would say that's fine, but like 8.
Yeah, probably too many lobs, definitely. I don't think lobs in general were a bad choice because he was crushing power. He needed a lot of.
I think like I saw that he got some value with the docks rating, but like it was.
Yeah, but he didn't use them right either. Docks, you don't want to be on the defensive as a docks player.
And he was forced onto the defensive because those docks were just not doing anything to Dreadnought's armies, and then they built up into like this big ginormous blob of like ants and infernos and slammers that just doom pushed into him, and having docks that you can't do anything. He was like he kind of caused his own doom in that regard.
He's still got naval. Like, he has naval, and if Dreadnought is very dumb, then he will secure the other planet. He shouldn't be able to. There's already one slammer. Dreadnought can just move his T2 forces over. He should be fine. He has an anchor. But if I don't know. I don't think it's possible.
You're now believing in
it's
Bilal's
really hard
sweep.
to use Bilal right now.
Bilal sweep. Does Bilal have,
His-
and okay, Bilal has a total of 4 like power plants. Or no, he still has
But he
base
has-
power.
Going for
The
him.
amount of anti-air in Dreadnought's armies is pretty high right now. But he probably will be canceling those now. No need for it.
He's got one kaiju, but kaijus are not that good against T2 bots, anyways. So yeah. Getting T2 bots on the moon, I mean, come on. There may be a giant T2 bot army streaming through the teleporter for Dreadnought, but, you know.
Dreadnought can just... No, people having orbital launchers and not building arcades is just so painful. You have the launcher. Build it. It's hard to cast when it gets to this point where the conclusion's foregone.
Yeah.
It's because I don't know what to
Yeah.
say. Like, the game... Like, this is the issue. I think I'm gonna sound ridiculous because I am against resignation for the most part, but, like, this is a bit of a resignation point.
I mean, he has pretty strong naval control as long as he can keep the slammers from killing all his mechs. He thinks he can take control of the moon, which I think is naive, but I mean, he's got a dream.
Yeah, the dream is being crushed as we speak.
Man's got a dream.
Reinforcements are arriving.
His Blue Hawk is gonna die to slammer shots. No. He's fine. Man's got a dream. T2 tanks are starting to come onto the moon. Once Dreadnought can just turn off like all his factories to make sure he has power and just send his big blob through.
Just watching Dreadnought's power situation. It's kind of amusing.
The slammer is killing a lot of mechs in the ocean.
There you go. Oh boy.
Yeah. What I wouldn't do for a little bit of fast forward action on this. Maybe crank up the sim speed a little more.
Oh, goodness me.
Well, I guess time to just look at the moon and watch the armies close in on them.
It's a bit noble, but like, I don't know.
Close the teleporter. Will it? No. That's a leveler army with Billy. And a vanguard. And a more army. Dreadnought power crashing here makes me want to believe. I don't believe, but I mean, I want to.
No, he's not gonna, like, wow. Oh my god.
Levelers are pretty good units.
They still are.
Yeah, that was, lose all your air in a ridiculous, disgusting trade. Spend all your money on lobs. Don't get reclaim.
Except the moment I lose to really all my T2 air. I'll play in.
Said you may start when ready.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, we're back from our break. We're going to be watching the Dreadnought versus... So 4 players have made it into the final round. We've got Nick versus Ferret, and we have Dreadnought versus Grizzly. And we've chosen for you to watch today is going to be Dreadnought versus Grizzly. Now, what we want to see from this is some nice creative plays from Grizzly and some nice consistency from Dreadnought, and we'll see how that like meshes together. What are you guys excited for, guys?
You said it, pal. That's exactly what I'm looking for. Is some spicy inconsistency versus some bland consistency. We'll see who carries the day. Dreadnought is very good at losing to surprising stuff, but at
Yeah.
the same time, Grizzly is very good at messing up his eco. So we'll see.
That is what I said. It is inconsistency versus consistency. That's the name of this
Yeah,
game.
Hmm.
well, I'm
Dreadnought's
not
like a
sure.
more macro-y Nimzo, I think.
It's not Nimzo. It's Grizzly.
I know.
Oh,
I mean, like comparing the two players,
they're
like
comparing the two players. Okay.
yeah, he's a more macro player than Grizzly is. Or no, sorry, not more than Grizzly. Grizzly's insanely macro.
Yeah, Grizzly likes his late game macro, but I haven't seen any like macro play out of him so far in this tournament because it's all early game, of course. So, like, what is he gonna do? He's the kind of guy who likes dragging his big area build T2 max out. He likes getting his factory lines in a row, building titans, building nukes, especially. But we're not getting that Grizzly macro. We're
Nimzo's
just
a
seeing
very
the
safe.
early.
Yeah. I think my bets are on Grizzly just because Nimzo is a very safe
It's
player.
not Nimzo. It's Dreadnought.
I know. I'm saying Nimzo's a very safe player, and Cheese still worked on Nimzo.
Oh, okay.
Dreadnought is not as safe of a player as Nimzo is. Nimzo's just very
Well, the thing is,
thought out.
Nimzo's a very orderly person, so he's very easy to understand when you scout him. Whereas Dreadnought, it's chaos, it's anarchy. It's going to be way harder, I imagine, if he plans on getting a snipe off. It's going to be way harder to just slide in because he'll just have garbage everywhere, right? Whereas Nimzo had a neat and tidy base with nothing on one side. So I think your analysis of Nimzo as being particularly resistant to snipes is probably incorrect, at least when he wasn't expecting, for whatever reason. You know, if he's thinking about it, he probably would be more resistant just because he's a very
Grizzly
clean
once
player.
again not queuing anything. Man,
Well,
it's
he's got
okay.
one
Okay,
factory
he started queuing.
Look at
He
him.
queued very late. Okay.
He's a learning machine. He's got way more queued than his other games we've looked at.
I think maybe he's just queuing his bot factory up
I'm
the crazy
kind of
amount.
just like tired of this. It's so everyone does the same thing. It's bot, metal, triple air, triple power. Let's see some variation, and then people are gonna go double air. So it's going double air, and Dreadnought's going double bot. Well, let's see those fab. Versus going
I
on
think
scout first. Go on.
double's viable. Just because of how good the stingers are and
I want to see
how
some
fast bots
vehicles.
are.
I personally wanted to see some vehicles at some point.
We will around. Let me see.
Well, I'm saying I want to see
These
vehicles
areas.
first. Where's the vehicles first, guys? Come on.
We're not gonna see. I don't think any vehicles first this game.
Well, I mean, it's too late for this game. It's already come to pass.
Yeah, not this game. Sorry.
Grizzlies scouting the spark drop super hard, losing his scout in the process though. So he knows it's a thing that's happening. He'll probably be able to respond to it. His fighters are looking paranoid as hell. Yeah, it's just got one big blorb moving out to.
That could be very
Frank.
devastating. This could be particular. Well, I mean, there's just.
Well, I mean, Dreadnought's got a blorb and one extra fab that's completely undefended moving out compared to
the
the
spark did not get any value.
Well, it could
It's
get
so
some value.
close.
It still
No,
gets-
it's not happening. That's complete docs.
I'm confusing the players now. Yeah, that's not getting any value. But oh, it is getting value
Beautiful.
from dog skills.
High quality play.
That paid
It
for
trades.
itself. Well,
Yeah,
not the
it traded.
Pelican.
It costs 2 docs
Yeah.
and it killed 4. I mean,
Yeah,
that's
but
how many spark.
the Pelican dying.
That's
that was-
true. You are correct.
Mm.
I was wrong. It was a break-even spark, not a money spark.
Yeah.
Proxy PP from Dreadnought there.
Getting anything in here? Wow, that because
I question the proxy PP, but-
PP Den Factory? That's strange. He queued a lot of power in his base. I wouldn't do that unless you're going for a really early T2, and he doesn't have the T2 queued up. I mean, he's got a decent amount of fabs up. I mean, looks like Grizzly wants to go for a snipe, but Dreadnought's like doing his homework.
Nope, that ain't happening.
Dreadnought's doing his homework this time, so no snipe.
Rip Icarus. You will be remembered. You know, Grizzly seems to be warmed up now. He's not making any egregious, obvious mistakes like he was in the previous games.
This is such a weird. Okay, I don't like this laser tower.
That's a really bad laser tower.
I don't like that laser tower. That wall is positioned very.
I mean, the wall, but the laser tower is good.
Icarus gonna get that fab snipe. Yeah, he's got some boom bots coming out that have not been scouted. I don't think actually.
The Grizzly is so weird. What is he doing with the booms?
Both of these play.
Grizzly's moving out with a bumblebee.
Is he trying to go for the power, I guess?
Grizzly's also doing his homework. He gets the laser tower set up. Oh.
One laser tower. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
The 4 docks annihilated.
Is he gonna go
the
for
bumblebee
it? He's gonna go for it.
No response from Dreadnought. Oh, late response, but he got out of there with the majority of his fabs. Killed 2 bumblebees. That's actually
good.
fantastic for Dreadnought.
That's pretty great, actually. Yeah.
6 booms just vibing outside Dreadnought's base.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, sorry, my bad. He can get 2 mechs with. No, he can't. He got stuck on the thing. Still, you know, he got a mech.
I'm okay with that. I would be happy with that. I think the value from disruption is worth more than anything.
Yeah, it's not a good trade metal for metal, but it's okay.
There's some value beyond the. He's gonna lose the air fab again.
No. No. Grizzly's doomed. His mascot is dead. He got a free bumblebee though. His fabs are in serious danger.
No.
He's fine. He got out with 2 of them. He took out the bumblebee. He got Dreadnought back. Booms once again, vibing in Dreadnought's side of the map. Chilling.
And dead.
This is just.
These boombots are not working for Grizzly.
Why is there an umbrella?
Umbrella?
Just an umbrella.
He's preparing for his arcade position, I'm sure.
No, he missed. Like, finish the. Reclaim! Nah! Don't do that!
Nah.
Oh.
He's moving on from his past mistakes. You can't stick in the past. What is that? That's gotta be a good, like, just shy of 400 metal between those 2 structures.
Yeah.
He's just pissing away there. It's all good, though.
At least finish one of them or reclaim it. Like, I mean, I guess.
Grizzly is indeed floating like mad, so I guess reclaiming it didn't matter.
Idled fabs, like, I'm just confused.
Grizzly's starting to idle fabs everywhere. He's starting to show some cracks in the periphery, but still overall pretty solid.
I think he's doing more things than Dreadnought, intentional things.
He is seriously lacking in PPs, in my estimation. I observe his base. I observe very few PPs. I observe T2 coming up in Dreadnought's base really fast. I'm starting to worry.
Is this like?
Oh, he's starting to. Do I smell T2 tanks?
The stench is the stench is incredibly potent. Oh goodness me!
Oh, the booms are starting to get some mechs. They're starting to. Well, they're doing things now instead of not doing things, which I think we can all agree is an improvement. Solid rating in the middle of the map from Dreadnought on some ballsy expansion from Grizzly. The ecos are evening the hell out. Metal is super even. Power, Grizzly is spamming it out. somewhere.
Dreadnought is already ahead on his T2, so let's see what Dreadnought does with that. The slammers
Well,
are coming out
if
really
he
quick.
invests everything in slammer stocks, he's going to be very disappointed when he runs into one leveler. Unless he splits properly, of course. Will he?
No,
Maybe.
you knew there was a Galata there, Grizzly.
Well, now he double notes. Grenadiers moving out from Grizzly to be killed by a pelter. But you know, they'll hurt the turrets. Unless he moves into range. Boy, Grenadiers are they're popping. Lots of idle armies from Dreadnought just around in aggressive positions, not doing anything.
I feel like Grizzly can win this clearly because, well, you do actually got it right. There's one vector, but like this is actually there's no clean line that I can draw where Dreadnought wouldn't see the drop coming ahead of time. There's just no clean line.
Oh boy, we have Gimmick from Dreadnought coming here. It's actually that's his entire metal lead, I think. Just in those trees he's reclaiming.
Yeah.
That's gonna turn into
like
a lot of damage for Grizzly.
Grizzly really needed to kill like all the air there if he wanted to get a juicy Vanguard snipe. Otherwise, he's just gonna need to settle
He's
for
getting
like.
He's getting levelers. He's playing conventional.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I was hoping for because a Vanguard drop is not going to do
Well,
anything.
you could be doing a leveler drop.
What the...
Yeah, I think he's doing leveler drop.
You're not going to do anything dropping 2 levelers. Like, unless you're just using it for strategic mobility, which, you know, that's good. Because he's going to need it. The Slammer Gilly is moving it, is converging on his expansion, which is pretty important. He's getting walls up to hopefully not die. He's going to lose a lot of mechs from that, though. Dreadnought floating a lot of metal, crashing power. Cool.
Okay, I think he is going to go for the Vanguards. I feel like if Grizzlies just plays a little bit safe, well,
The booms. I believe in the booms. I'm sure they will get 2 mechs. For 23 booms? I buy that. Wait. Do you think the booms could get the gillies? Is Grizzly thinking? In the next event?
No, I think he's gonna.
He's going for mechs.
I don't think they're gonna get the Gillies.
No, I thought they would like loop around through here.
All right,
and then
here
go
it is. Look at this. Look at this. I think Grizzly's about to do the most obvious scout ever.
Yes, the very obvious scope that just flies into a god. See, that's to lull Dreadnought into a false sense of security. I'm not feeling
there is actually one clean line he can go through probably.
Yeah, there is, if he goes just straight from where he is to the commander. But, does he know the commander's there? Probably not. He has no scouting information in that area, so I'm gonna go ahead and say no. He probably could find him if he splurged on a Hermes and just gave everything away. Yeah, he's getting a T2 fab. I guess he's just gonna keep the drop in reserve. He sure is losing, though.
I don't think he's keeping the drop in reserve. I think he's about to go for it. Yeah, he's about to go for it.
He's rolling out.
This is quite possible.
Like, Dreadnought's just gonna give him some fighter. Very generous. Very cool. Very magnanimous of him.
Here we go. Let's see it. Oh my
He's
God.
going in the exact opposite direction he needs to, but Dreadnought's air is occupied, so... Okay, the jig should be up soon? No? Maybe? Dreadnought doesn't know?
Not this way, please, not this way.
Okay, so Dreadnought knows now.
This is a really bad way. No, he's going right into the air.
He's going for
He's going, but I mean... He's not gonna get a ton done.
Oh, please, run the BAB into it! Oh!
So sad. He will get a lot of PPs though. He will get reasonable value. This is... I wouldn't be sad with this. This is... You know,
This
is
quite
3
a lot of
units,
damage.
3 Pelicans for like half of Dreadnought's base. It's pretty okay. That being said, I mean, Dreadnought has a lot of PPs to spare.
eco lead is untenable. I believe Grizzly is already lost.
He needs some ridiculous leveler trades, because Dreadnought's still sitting on bot tech, and he doesn't have any blue hawks. So levelers can make some magic happen.
He
Will
doesn't
they?
have the intel. He doesn't have the intel for levelers to
Yeah.
work their magic.
He crashing power, or did he just not build power? Ironically, if he had his vanguards with that army, they would have been a lot better. But, let's see, he's building T2 air. That's his plan. His comm is exceedingly exposed to giant army of Dreadnought. Yeah, he's building walls with his comm. Just
Does he see the army? He knows the army's there.
Yeah, he's building walls.
I don't know. I mean, I guess he's assuming he's gonna idle there. As soon as it starts moving, I
He's
imagine
doing leveler drop now. Oh, it's getting harder and harder to believe.
This game, why is it the same story every time, man? It's just people losing after T1. Come on.
Yeah, we're seeing a second T2 factory come out of Grizzly.
That's a bit of wishful thinking, mate. That's my opinion.
His fabs have moved on from that, but I mean, I believe. You know, if he didn't, pick up his entire T2 army and fly it over, hopefully not Galata.
Oh my
Okay.
god. Please.
Dreadnought should know this is. Oh my gosh.
Please.
Oh. Oh no. Dreadnought.
Oh.
Dreadnought.
Drop.
Oh, that's not.
Oh
that's not
my
good.
god, dude.
That was actually so close. Good lord. Well, that's
That's game.
probably all she wrote. Grizzly has no mechs. It's floating power. He has no T2 units. His T2 fab is idle. He's cracking. Oh, he's got another Vanguard drop loaded. Let's go.
Oh my god.
don't-
the attempt on my life has left me gravely deformed. What is the line? I haven't watched Star Wars in ages. What is the line? Like,
I don't even like Star Wars. I don't know what you're talking about. Finally getting some T2 turrets up. I've been ruminating on getting T2 turrets to handle.
Oh, Grizzly.
Rip.
The rust
Wow.
is too great.
Yep.
I like how the advanced laser power can go just over.
It shoots so fast. I think it's the fastest firing thing in the game, right?
Pretty good.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Oh! What the frick was that range? Oh, they outshot again. Oh my god.
It overshot and killed two
Oh
ghillies.
my god.
That's what you like to see. That's the Legion juice right there.
Oh my god. What was that? That's powerful. That's powerful. Holy shit.
Yeah, I feel like Grizzly would be benefiting a lot from just reclaiming his dead base at this point, instead of building mechs. Or in addition to building mechs. If he wants to squeeze out one Kestrel to hold back the entire map's worth of units heading towards him. Well, this game was depressing.
That's like most of them. That's like most of them. I'm trying so hard to be positive. I'm trying. Oh. Is it just
Can't build a wall. He doesn't have enough eco for a wall. No.
Is it just something about this meta that's causing this? Like, why? Why do these games end so early?
Technically 20 minutes. Technically, you know. What?
Nothing
Look,
happened.
that says 18.
They just didn't play the map properly.
Yeah.
You know, Nick and Nick and Ferret could be having this crazy battle right now.
It's already over.
Oh, it's already over. What? You joke? Oh my gosh.
What do you mean? It's Nick and Ferret. They're super aggressive. They're going to kill each other.
Sure, they're aggressive to keep each other in check.
That's not how aggressiveness works.
Perfectly in balance. Like that Marvel movie, like everything should be.
Purple Man, funny. Okay. So who won the other game, Nick? Are we gonna watch the Nick and Dreadnought final?
Yeah, but first, I believe we're going to a third place
game.
Yeah, we're going to third place game.
Grizzly versus
One
Ferret.
moment.
Dreadnought wins this.
Defined mostly by by Fab Snipes rather than actually.
Fab has 150 health. The mech.
The moment of truth.
And
No,
bot
I can't
spares.
believe it. This is so
You've been
disappointing.
destroyed. No, air second. Maybe Ferret will go tank second. Maybe.
He's fair. He won't go tank second.
I don't.
I'll slam caps lock down and we'll see.
Oh, what?
Oh, Pogers.
Boom, baby.
What the heck?
Oh, that's. I like to see that. Now we're really cooking. Now this
Third.
game.
Third? Oh, I like this already.
Tanks fourth.
Tanks.
Ferret, you're making our game.
Now this is a game.
Ah, he's going air.
No.
Ferret, you destroyed it.
I'm so disappointed. I'm gonna after this game, if we get a chance to target him, I'm gonna say, Ferret, I'm so disappointed in you. You gotta, if you hit us with the dream of the tanks, and you just you betrayed it.
Okay. You noticed the Fab bug in time? Ferret's expanding outward before he gets to base max, and Grizzly is getting his base max first. I feel like expanding outward first is just kind of better. So
I don't know. I would put because I play vehicles first. You can get you just split your fabs and you get both your inside and outside.
Well, Ferret's doing that.
It's better to do two at once if you can.
Yeah.
Here comes that Icarus, but we got the single stinger. It's gonna save the day. I hope it saves the day. Here we go.
It's time. It's fast.
Vroom.
16 speed on that bad boy.
Two.
Well, he's gonna lose at least one Fab.
Oh. That could have been a lot worse.
Gonna be real with you, Ferret really didn't need to lose that. He could have pulled back with the Fabs a lot earlier. I feel like he was overconfident in this stinger. Multiple Icarus from Grizzly. I feel like they're not going to do much. Like, he's going for the Fabs, but I mean, the comm's right there. So...
lot of AA coming out of Ferret. I think...
Fabs are rolling out.
I'm a bit confused by the... I think this much air is actually too much air.
One air factory, too much.
Yeah, kinda. And what is it gonna
We need
do?
air factories, please.
What?
One spinner is here.
And
Oh!
dead.
I mean, he loses a lot there. Like, Grizzly did not
Well, yeah. He reset his own air just as his air fab rolls out. I don't know if that's really what you want to do, but...
Especially...
No!
Ferret,
Around.
please! Oh, goodness me.
He feels the air fab. He knows it's there.
I think these vehicles are gonna get a lot of work done. I mean, what if Ferret, please control click out some fabs. You need them.
No. He's just got one idling next to one building a factory. He's on break. Yeah, Grizzly's got proxy with a turret. Ferret has a whole lot of nothing going on right now.
Where's his APM going?
His comm is idle. He's got fighters around.
Where does Ferret's APM just vanish into the void occasionally.
Okay, he's back. He's back, baby. Grizzly's confusingly undefended front is now being attacked by ants. Excellent. He's going to take some damage, but not like catastrophic damage, because mechs are pretty tough. That's not a huge army.
Yeah, I think he'll lose at least 3 mechs from Ferret's army.
Yeah, at most 4.
I don't think he's losing 4 because of the comm lock there.
Yeah.
Should probably have switched up.
Unless, maybe he'll lose 4.
No.
Yeah, it looks like he's
Big old bot striker blob gonna walk into a double laser tower.
Repairing the mechs. Oh god, Ferret's just stealing the mechs. Oh no, no.
Yep, double laser towers are pretty good. Ferret still. It appears he got the air fab while I was building the second mechs in the peninsula over there. But Grizzly's expansion is overall just better. Ferret's going to need to rely on some ridiculous trades at some point to make up for this deficit he's put himself in.
He needs to control click out some fabs, like I said. Like, get a control click out like 1 or 2 fabs. He would have been in a much cleaner spot right now.
Well, his completely undefended factory going up on the side is going to die to 1 ant. 1 ant killing his entire expansion.
Oh.
That's very depressing. Yeah. Grizzly's floating a little bit, so that's evening out the ecos. Actually, it's giving it. Ferret had a brief eco advantage because of the float from Grizzly, but it's going away. I assume that's from reclaiming the mechs and then rebuilding. Still no discernible plan from Ferret. He's just playing from behind here. Pretty conventionally. He squeezed out some Grens.
I don't know why I would
They
do
are
in this situation.
currently not damaging units because they have no splash now.
Oh my god.
Come push you to get some work done. Although against Grizzly, I don't know how much you want to get damage on your comm. Yeah.
I think it's his only idea. Is his only option at this point.
Well, yeah. Since the mighty ant canceled his entire eastward expansion.
You can't just not control click out fabs when you lose them.
Yeah, he's only got a single fab to 16 from
That is yet to be seen. He's still rocking and a rolling. The T2 bots is an investment that's not paying out just yet. It's still in the mail for
this commander could actually just go through a devastating ton of work right now.
I hate the angle he's at. He needs to go towards the proxy factories and stuff, but instead he's going to go push into the turret, which is guarding 1 mechs.
And he might want to. Maybe he scouted the T2 and wants to go to T2. Has he scouted the T2? Let's take a look.
Grizzly is countering the comm push by also comm pushing. But, you know, he has more everything, so he should be fine.
Does Ferret see the T? Oh, Ferret sees the T2.
Yeah, there's a pelter going up right next to Ferret's comm, which
Ferret
is
knows he wants to push into that and kill it quickly before it completes. I don't think he's gonna get there in time.
he can kill the fabs, so yeah, he'll be there in time.
Let's see if Grizzly's gonna make
Grizzly's
anything.
comm isn't in his base, so the bumblebees can bumble unharassed, unmolested even.
That's a massive win for Ferret.
Yeah, Grizzly is somehow,
Not
with his ridiculous, stupid comm push, is somehow ceding a huge amount of his power in this game. He's just taking massive damage from the turret behind a wall. His comms are very weak against walls.
Oh my gosh, dude, what is going on?
Ferret is
what
turning this around.
What?
This fight went beyond my wildest fantasies for how I thought.
I don't understand.
My wildest fantasy, by the way,
understand what is
what
going
was canceling the T2. That was how far I
reclaim the
thought
bot factory.
how far I thought this could go. I didn't think he would cancel the T2 because I thought Grizzly would use his comm to push Ferret's comm away because Commanders are about as strong as commanders, I find.
Oh my god. Grizzly, just push in! He's not scouting! He could just... Those... Oh, wait, those drifters. Those are drifters. They could kill... I mean... Oh my god, what...
What is this
Ferretcom
game?
is exposed, but that's actually not a huge amount of drifters as long as he pays attention and uber
The
cannons.
Boombot's low.
Yeah, he's probably gonna die.
Yeah,
Because
Ferret's
he's
dead,
uber
yeah.
cannoning the ants, and the booms are here, and he's gonna need a ridiculous uber cannon.
Oh...
Nope, not with that Uber Cannon.
That's a game. Holy shit.
That was actually pretty awesome. Grizzly made a game out of that somehow, despite being hugely in the lead. With weird conflict. Very enjoyable match for our semifinals. Not semifinals, for the third place thing.
Yes, for a second loser.
Yes. Okay, let's move on to the Nick.
So, Lost Temple has this like incredibly narrow strip, like this choke
Choose
point
landing
that
site.
is kind of like, I don't know. It feels very strange. Most of the map is like in the rear, but like you can just push straight through the middle and the sides if you're not careful.
Mm-hmm.
To me, this map is just. I've only really played against on this map against randoms, which I would just doom push straight through the middle and win.
Yeah, it looks like the map is just daring you to build naval and just lose because it costs a lot of money and there's no metal in range.
I have indeed seen that many times before. So we got bots, and let's see. Are we gonna see an air factory second? Oh, what's Nick gonna do? Is he gonna do an air factory second? Nick coming power second. What the? Oh my gosh.
He wants the thick stitch eco.
No, I think
What?
could Nick like I don't what? I guess that's interesting. Could Nick just like freaking doom push down the middle? That'd be really funny.
Yeah, I want to see a turret creep and then just pelter spam down the middle.
Lob!
See, I could feel it. I could feel it. Stitches happening now. That's what the power second meant. I didn't predict the lob because I never assume lobs because I hate lobs. But this is a thing that is probably not bad.
Lob rushes are very, very funny.
Yeah, it's gonna have a lot of docks.
Yeah,
Dreadnought
Dreadnought is
gonna
not going to be expecting this. I don't
Well, the
think.
thing is, he's moving out with stingers already. I was about to say like his AA is gonna be trash, but nope, stingers they exist.
He's just going straight for Dreadnought, it looks like.
Yeah.
Totally bomb rushing him.
This is a close quarters map,
Dreadnought
so
scouts everything. So for Dreadnought, as long as he scouts as long as he snipes the AA, I should say, he should be able to just kill everything with like one Icarus.
but he's not gonna build an Icarus because he's got this huge fab in the process. Oh my gosh,
Okay.
Nick.
Oh,
Oh.
see, it was lost tempo. Yeah, of course Dreadnought is idling his fabs because he's microing his comm real hard right now. There they go. Nick is macroing up behind this, kind of. He's building a factory, I guess. Not really macroing up, he's just playing the game. Yeah. Really.
Dreadnought, I want to see. He's
super
gonna. I hope Dreadnought. I hope
conservative
Dreadnought puts the
right there.
I hope Dreadnought puts the naval factory down. That'd be really funny. But that wouldn't happen. He wouldn't do that. He's gonna build more mechs.
Oh yeah, of course you're gonna get mechs. When you know your opponent has like 0 air and they have a lob just eating their mechs, their metal. Airfab pretty good. Like what's Nick gonna do about it? Kill his mechs with his giant swarm of docks? Nah. Spark drop against lob rush. Curious. I guess it's probably better than an Icarus, which he also has.
You could definitely make a spark drop work against Lobs because when you drop something out of a Pelican, it fires first no matter what.
Yeah.
So you can,
Oh,
you can do
yes.
a heavy
You can
necro.
definitely get a Stitch. This Stitch is super exposed and incredibly expensive. Those
Oh
things
my
cost
god. Dreadnought
like
just lost like
260 metal, and they have 50 health, so... You
Ooh,
know,
nice
oh, he
backstick
lost.
from Dreadnought and a Stitch kick. That was a good spark drop.
That's really good, yeah. That's
Icarus
pretty
dying
much...
to a stinger and everything dying to a stinger. Okay.
Well, we'll just pretend the Icarus wasn't there and say that was an unmitigated success.
on the other side of the map,
multiple
Dreadnought is
good
getting
vibes
no, on the
We're
other
about
side
to
of the
have
map.
a
Look at the other side of the map.
quintuple
While
Faber
that
Snipe,
was
maybe.
when that was happening, Dreadnought was getting really aggroed by Nick.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, his units have been getting aggroed, but I don't know how much he's actually lost.
Really early T2 bots. This is like such an aggressive play from Nick. Like
Yeah,
he's
Nick
just
is...
that comm is not in a good spot.
This is just psyching out your opponent here. You're triggering him to want to put his comm in the narrow middle area there with your T1 pressure, and then you're just gonna rush T2 and murder him. I saw this happen to you the other day, earlier today, Taiga.
Me?
Like yeah, in the naval
Oh
game.
yeah, yeah,
And you just
exactly.
sat your comm in the middle of
This
a
is
choke
true.
point to stop T1 aggression.
I think this is just Nick outplaying Dread strategically. Like he's
Yeah.
making Dread react, and then Nick's just countering every
Like,
reaction.
Dreadnought's not like setting like single barrel laser turrets.
Okay.
That's what I would have. I would think. I mean, it's hard to say. Like, I don't
T2
like.
bot 80% done. Dreadnought is quite dead unless he does something radical in the next like 10 seconds.
I guess it's because it's lost temple, and Nick can just freaking reclaim all the trees in the world.
We're gonna see some comboxing in the center, and I believe Dread's gonna get pushed out really quickly against Nick.
I should probably drop down the eco tab.
Blue Hawks to assert dominance.
Nick is like pretty behind in eco, but that 2-2 is gonna be very big deal for Dreadnought.
Yeah, his fabs were quite busy building not mechs. So
Yeah.
being behind an eco is understandable. I mean, yeah, Dreadnought is his base is very killable by most T2 units.
Does Dreadnought know about Nick's T2?
No, I don't think he's actually scouted it at all.
He is not. He has no idea Nick has T2.
Well, he'll see the first Blue Hawk missile in a second here. It's fired, and Dreadnought should see it. Right next to his comm, he should... Alarm bells should be ringing. Yep, he's running. See ya.
I don't see how Dreadnought can win this situation.
Base
So
filter.
many pressure.
He called the tabs in his base. Oh, he stopped running.
That one Blue Hawk is just gonna be pretty rough clap on Dreadnought's face.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Yep, there's nothing you can do.
Quite dead.
This is incredibly aggressive. Like I said, a Doom push was gonna happen. I didn't anticipate it would actually happen like this.
You didn't expect the 8-minute T2 Doom push? With no expansion anywhere?
Nope. Not really.
Enemy in critical condition.
Well, he's going for the weirdly far forward base pelter that will die to the slammers. Even if he wasn't just dead from Blue Hawk missiles anyways. Yep, there we go. That's good. Very
Yeah.
cool. Nick is now the
Chad
biggest
Broomlin.
broom.
He's the
The biggest broom.
He's a Broomlin
Out of all
Chad.
brooms. Yeah.
You know, there's a game or two to play, right?
There is. What's going on?
It's a best of 3.
Well, that's news to me.
That's news
Oh.
to me.
Okay.
You can get often don't pay attention and armies can come from the side there. So bots. Oh, I wonder. Bots air? Are we gonna see bots air?
Wow, we saw bots air.
Oh, bots air. I can't believe it. These true daring today, aren't we?
I mean, last game was pretty off meta.
That's true. That's
Yeah.
true. And I think Bill's mentioned it perfectly that Dreadnought doesn't particularly react strongly to a very like off like meta like surprise, and that's exactly what Nick did.
Well, he reacted sort of, but the thing is, Nick knew how he would react, so he just. This is what Broom was saying, is that he just countered the thing that he was doing to react to the thing that Nick was doing. It was very well thought out, or at least it was thought out. And Dreadnought did not react to it very well.
That's what separates top Uber players from mid to low Uber players. They put you on the back foot and then make you play their game. That's where they'll separate them. And Nick showed a very good example of that playing last game, despite the 0 expansion. But
And they both get each other's scouts. Cute, adorable.
Twinning.
They kind of tickled each other.
Twinning.
Mm-hmm. Looks like Nick is just kind of expanding better. For some reason, Dreadnought sent all 3 of his bot fabs to get 1 mechs in the middle of nowhere instead of going to a field. Very cool. Nick will enjoy just
A slight metal
a
lead.
small meta advantage for the whole game because of that. Just cool.
This is why I like vehicles. You can split your fabs and pick up those mexes. Do your homework easier.
Yeah. Yeah. Very cool.
That air trade was not particularly good for Nick. Nick's getting out a boom. Can he get value with the boom?
Dreadnought is currently intimidating the docks, and they run away in fear. They flee from the fighters. Alright, Dreadnought finally has a Bumblebee, so he can back up his claims. The boom is rolling. It will not get anything. I really don't believe in the single boom, to be honest. I feel like double boom is just better, because you can just pick up a mechs. Because you know they're going to have some docks on their fab. The Bumblebee is moving out from Dreadnought. It's around Nick's base. It could have maybe caught that single fab that Nick had, but now it can't because it went the wrong way around. Very sad. Nick moving out with ducks, with a Stinger lagging behind because he knows where Dreadnought's bomber is. Yeah, nothing crazy. Oh, cool move from Nick here. He's idling his boom up where he knows Dread is going to be expanding.
Oh my goodness me.
So he'll... Best case scenario, he gets the fab. Expected scenario, he just half kills a max. You know, it's fine.
I wonder if he notices. But it doesn't
Boy,
have any
Nick
vision.
doesn't have very much air right now.
I don't think he needs that much air. Dreadnought isn't like pumping out unreasonable amounts of bombers. The fact that the Stingers are warding Dreadnought off.
Oh gosh, look at the boom.
Oh.
He's reclaiming the boom. No, yeah.
Nick, that's not gonna work.
Come on, blow it up. Oh my
Yeah.
god, please.
I had great hopes for that boom.
And I have great hopes for these fabbers that are now idle.
One Stinger shoos away the entire Air Force. It comes back in now that there's more anti-air and dies. Excellent.
And still idle.
Dreadnought does okay.
Hey, they reclaimed the boom. The job is done. Job done, boss. We did it. Yeah. Oh, he's idling another one too. Dreadnought like
sleeping on the job.
microing his air right now, and incredibly focused on the middle of the map. Whereas Nick's expanding up the colon there. He's getting proxy tank factory up on this little peninsula. Nick's just doing lots of stuff. Dreadnought's building a pelter in the middle of the map to deny 1 mechs. I'm not entirely sure that's worth it. But Nick is building a pelter in response, which is going to be faster.
And also, at least Nick's pelter takes out it locks out a factory as well.
Yeah. Nick kills the Bumblebee, loses the fighter trade, but it doesn't matter because spinners exist. The Pelter from Dread is going to lose the duel, the mighty Pelter duel. Dreadnought is still idling that group of... No, he's not. He built 2 mechs and then just stopped.
There's a third one,
Again.
you know? There's a third mech.
There he goes. Yeah, he's doing stuff up in the colon. Dreadnought's winning fights with his sparks, his superior spark force. This is shaping up to be a macro game. T2 started from Dread, not queued up from Nick, but Nick does have the power line that indicates he's thinking about it. He's considering it. Yeah. It's on his mind. Dreadnought has decided against T2, I guess.
I think he also thinks a second Pelter will solve the first Pelter's problem.
Well, I guess I'm not sure what the rationale is. I guess he just doesn't want Nick to be able to continue creeping up. You know?
Nick is going to be now spamming vehicle fabbers constantly out of this factory, I think, for the rest of the game. This is something I've seen him do a lot, because they're one of the best.
Oh, you know why? Okay, so
they're one of the best metal spenders in the entire game.
A long time ago, I told Nick that the T2 fabs theoretically don't have an efficiency loss, even like per fab power gain, and Nick has experimented with making T2 fabs as the primary way to increase fabbing power, because they cost the least per metal in the game to gain fabbing power.
They're not finished his filter.
Wait, you said tier 2 fabbers?
I think it even beats out tier 2 fabbers or something like that. And probably not tier 2 fabbers, but at least in tier 1, they're...
You said tier 2 fabs the whole time. You mean vehicle fabs?
Vehicle fabs. I'm tired.
Yeah.
I've been casting for a while.
They're like T2 fabs if you considered bot fabs to exist. Okay. Nick is just investing way more metal and attention into the... Not really. They're both just sending random blobs up the back. I mean, it's cool. Dreadnought's expansion is unharangued, though. No haranguing for him, but there's lots of scorch marks around Nikola's metal spots there. Dreadnought's triple fabs moving out. He's building more pelters in mid. Those things, they cost money.
They cost a lot of money. They're more than a factory.
Yeah. Dreadnought's T2 is coming up. It's 70% to hopefully eventually counter Nick's.
Oh, goodness
Nick
me.
has Locust coming out. They're gonna go across the lava, hopefully get something done. There isn't too much out of Dreadnought to respond to that. Maybe he'll have some slammers in the neighborhood.
I think Dreadnought's mech is about to be harangued, as you say.
It is being harangued. This is true. Dreadnought's triple fabs on lunch break yet again. There they go.
Those locusts are coming in from a... I don't even think that's the... Well,
they're going through a big old army rally, which isn't really what you want. But, I mean, everywhere is an army rally on this map, with the way things are. Especially because Dreadnought's so scrunched up right now. Well, they got one mechs. That was... Oh, there's another one. It's actually in a pretty good spot as long as it doesn't die to this one thing. Got a whole factory, got not that mechs, and died. It's pretty good. Those things are ridiculously cheap. I think one mechs, one radar, one factory for 3 locusts. Metal-wise, that's not terrible. In fact, it's probably positive if you consider the income they give you.
Going for the Inferno drop.
Why?
Might get some value with it. He's gonna get these 2 proxies. I think.
Well, he can get 1 factory with that, I think.
And they're dead.
He's not getting 2 factories.
Not even 1.
pick them up to drop them on the other side instead of just shooting?
Pick them up because it's a cool micro trick. Dropped it.
Okay. Oh, that was a thing.
Oh, it's a lot of APM invested in what I wouldn't consider. I didn't think that's a way too many pelters in this middle right now. Look at that.
You
3
want to
pelters.
prove with the triple pelter with one laser turret defending them?
Man, it does like
Nick's
prevent.
army is really freaking huge in mid, and he can just go around the pelters. It looks like he's gonna walk through one of them a little bit, but it looks like he'll be avoiding them for the most part. Or he'll just control click somewhere? What's going on? What is going on? Okay. Opts out of pushing through a choke point. Dread is well, he's got decent expansion up the back. Nick has a big ol' metal advantage. He's working on T2 max.
Gentlemen, I've got an obligation coming up, so we might drop the stream on the last 4 minutes of this.
Devastating.
Yeah, this is so sad.
Well, Dreadnought might just lose here. I don't think he will, but he might. This is it's totally possible to hold this with minimal damage. Especially with the huge number of spinners in Nick's army.
I'll have to catch you guys later. I'm gonna want to apologize, Broom. I can't finish the stream up. My bad.
Non-gillies.
Okay.
Yeah. Sorry,
Okay.
but sorry, dude. I had something come up. My bad. Cheers, gentlemen.
Yep, see you.